Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. William Coombs was 12 years old at the time of the royal visit. "I was an inmate at the Kamloops school when we were visited," said Coombs. "I remember it was strange because they came by themselves, no big fanfare or nothing. But I recognized them, and the school principal told us it was the Queen, and we all got given new clothes and good food for the first time in months the day before she arrived. The day the Queen got to the school, I was part of a group of kids that went on a picnic with her and her husband and some of the priests. We went down to a meadow near Dead Man's Creek. I remember it was weird because we all had to bend down and kiss her foot, and she was wearing a white lace boot. After a while, I saw the Queen and her husband leave the picnic with 10 children from the school, and those kids never returned. They took away those 10 kids and nobody ever saw them again. We never heard anything more about them, and we never met them again even when we were older. They were all from around there, but they all vanished." The group that disappeared was 7 boys and 3 girls in age from 6 to 14 years old. They were all from the smart group in the class. 2 of the boys were brothers, and they were Mady from Quesnel. Their last name was Arnoux, or Arnold. I don't remember the others, just an occasional first name like Cecilia, and there was an Edward. What happened was also witnessed by my friend, George Adolph, who was 11 years old at the time and a student there too. But he's dead now. William Coombs, the sole survivor, was scheduled to appear as the star witness at the International Tribunal into Crimes of Church and State in London, England. But William Coombs never made it to the tribunal. He died of unknown causes shortly before he was scheduled to testify.
Star eyewitness dies suddenly. William Coombs was the sole survivor of a group of 3 Aboriginal boys who claimed to have witnessed the abduction of 10 children during a royal visit to the Kamloops residential school in mid-October, when both the Queen and Prince Philip were in British Columbia, Canada. They took away those 10 kids, and nobody ever saw them again. William Coombs, aged 59 and in good health, was scheduled to be a primary witness at the opening session of the International Tribunal in Crimes of Church and State in September 12, 2011. Coombs, an Aboriginal man, claimed to witness the abduction of 10 fellow residential school children by the Queen of England and her husband. According to his partner May, William was in stable health when he was assigned a new doctor at St. Paul's Hospital, where he was committed for tests. His health began to immediately deteriorate. He died suddenly of a still undisclosed cause. Reverend Kevin Annett believes that William Coombs died of foul play and that his murder was arranged to prevent him from speaking out about the child abductions and other crimes of murder and torture that he witnessed at the Catholic Indian residential schools. 5 other Aboriginal members and activists have also died since December, and a 6th is missing and presumed dead. All were public critics of the Roman Catholic Church killing of residential school children and have participated in protests against the Church and the Anglican Church and the United Church of Canada. The names of Johnny Dawson died December 8, 2009 after a severe beating by 3 Vancouver policemen. Mike Wixon died February 2010, cause unknown. Philip O'Ryan died April 26 from cancer in less than a month. Norma Jean-Baptiste died of apparent heart attack. Chief Louis Daniel died May 16th in a Winnipeg hospital, cause unknown. Did any of you hear about this? Anyone? Of course you didn't, and why would you? You're just on the elitist shoes and can be wiped off as quickly as they stepped in you. Over 50,000 Native children were tortured, sexually abused and some murdered at Canadian church-run Indian residential schools, and the Queen of England was found culpable of the disappearance of 10 Native children she took herself in person and were never seen again. Don't think it was only paedophile priests and nuns that have the blood of Native children on their hands. The royal bloodlines, the greatest parasites of humanity, and not the benevolent souls that they appeared to be to their fans who idolized them, shared this guilt. It sounds like some absurd claim to many who do not relentlessly trace the ancestries of European royal families, but in my own research I found some very interesting facts, namely that all European families can trace back via at least one ancestor to a member of the imperial bloodline of the Roman Empire, and the Roman emperors can trace back via at least one ancestor to the royal bloodline of the Egyptian dynasties, who in turn can trace via at least one ancestor to the Babylonian royal bloodlines, who were the first royals to claim that a divine right to rule over mankind was bestowed upon them from supernatural entities they called gods. About Queen Elizabeth's outstanding arrest warrant concerning the 10 missing Canadian native children that disappeared in her company. The Queen is untouchable because of the powers that be that protect her and share in her esoteric activities. After nearly a year of litigation, Queen Elizabeth and her husband, Prince Philip, were found guilty in the disappearance of 10 native children from the Catholic-run Kamloops residential school in BC. Grieving parents haven't seen their children since they left for a picnic with the royal couple on October 10, 1964. Conveniently, the last native eyewitness in Canada died just before they could give evidence in courts against the Queen and Prince Philip. Sightings of Queen Elizabeth's shape-shifting and reptilian form exploded across the UK on Saturday during celebrations of her 90th birthday. The spate of sightings in recent years has led experts to suggest we are in a golden age of shape-shifting reptilian sightings. Supposedly, the human's ability to witness the shape-shifting is growing with each generation. More and more people are becoming possessors of this ability. So two people might see the same person, but only one can see the lizard underneath the humanoid exterior. Now Twitter is getting involved in the scandal. Apparently, a whole bunch of people has witnessed the Queen's shifting shape, and naturally, they want to tweet about it. Here are some examples of recent tweets that were sent out. Hundreds of these tweets went out. So why am I or you not seeing all of these tweets? Because Twitter is erasing them as soon as they get posted. They're even going one step further, permanently deleting the accounts that were posting these statuses. A Twitter user claims that the tweets had survived for only 10 or 20 seconds before they were gone, presumably deleted by the social media giant. Tweets that were deleted before he could copy them described the Queen shape-shifting for a span of maybe 3 seconds and having a sick, grey face like a lizard mated with a vulture. I just saw the Queen shapeshift into a reptilian. My hand to God, I'm not making this up. BBC 2, are you playing funny pranks or did the Queen just shapeshift? Queen's hands just went green and scaly when she waved. Did anyone else see that? However, it was during BBC 2's evening coverage of the parade that shape-shifting reptilian sightings peaked across the country, with hashtag Reptilian Queen briefly entering Twitter's top 10 trending
Bloodshot
topics.
left eye. Close-ups of the Queen showed the infected eye. However, Buckingham Palace remained tight-lipped over its cause, only saying that nothing untoward had happened and Her Majesty was in fine fettle.